Takes a second to go to space. Howdy, howdy. How's it going? It looks like we're live. On our end, maybe not on your end. So let's give it just about 10 seconds, and then we'll jump back on here. Look at that lovely view.
Renting a car for your next family road trip.
All right, well, it looks like the ads are working, huh? There we go. So I guess that means as soon as someone clicks on it as your first video, you're going to get hit with an ad. So we'll give it another 10 seconds so you can skip that ad there. Yes, we are live indeed. Let me turn you around. Howdy, howdy. Welcome back.
He stole my hat.
Look at that. Today we are at beautiful Hoover Dam. Finally mixing it up for that lovely view. So we decided to go a little farther past Lake Mead today. I kept talking, saying, I'm going to come down to Hoover Dam, do a stream down here. Everyone wants to see what the dam looks like. Well, here we are, folks. It is a lovely evening. Right about mid-60s tonight. The sun is out, although as you can see, we're getting shade on this side of the dam. We are on the Lake Mead side of the dam, as you can tell. I'm going to do a little zoom right here so you can get an idea of the water level. All right, you see that nice bathtub ring? We're panning away from the dam here and up towards Lake Mead proper. And get a look at the bathtub ring here. Look how much water is missing from full pool. And it is a bit of a sad sight to see down here, but as you know, if you visited recently, it's been like this for quite some time. So at this point, you know, you can only go basically up from here. At least that's what I like to think. Let's keep it optimistic. Hopefully I'll be coming down here sometime in my lifetime and I'll be showing you the water level right below these rings where it used to be. That would be pretty cool, huh? So right now we are on the Nevada side of the dam, and across this way is the Arizona side. If you don't know, the Colorado River in Lake Mead splits the states of Arizona and Nevada right in this exact spot we're looking at right now. So right here where we're standing, Nevada, different time zone. Right over the dam, Arizona, different time zone. Makes no sense, but the mighty Colorado has provided for us. So look at this gorge. Eventually we are gonna walk down here. It's really busy today. I'll give you a little zoom in on the proper part of the dam. And you can see all the folks in the cars traversing the dam this evening. Beautiful Sunday night. So it's really busy down there. We started the stream over here so that you could kind of hear us better and it's not so hectic, because as soon as we walk down there, we'll take you down there near the end of the stream, and I'm going to show you the other side of Hoover Dam. You'll be looking down the river. So it's going to be a little crazy over there. So we start on this side, and I'm going to show you something really cool over here, though, because we are over on the Nevada side where the spillway is. All right, so we're going to go mobile here. Let me give you a wave. We got Mrs. Mojo down here also this evening. She came on an adventure bike ride with us. So we enjoyed a little bike ride down the railroad tunnel trail, which we really enjoy doing. If you ever come out here, make sure you check that out. And you can ride all the way down to the top of the dam and then walk down here, and that's where we're at now. So let me turn you around and I'm going to show you this really cool dried spillway here on the Nevada side. Here we go. Hold tight. Yep. I'm going to have Mrs. Mojo walk in front to give you an idea of the scale, because the spillway over here, when you're here, it might look small on camera, but when you come here, the size of this dry spillway is just massive. And we are in kind of an odd service area right now because we are down in the Black Canyon, right down by the dam. So if the video cuts out, it'll go black or blank. Just stick with us because it'll come back on. And thank you, Mrs. Mojo. A lovely view. Here's the little placard. Dry for decades. It says the last time the waters of the Colorado River flowed through this spillway was 1983. Now get a look at this.
Spooky.
Completely dry. Yep. And you can see from the years of it being dry, the gates here are all rusted. So I don't know what these are here. Someone in the comments, if you know the dam infrastructure terms better, these are the little wings that'll pop up.
It says drum gate.
Oh, there you go, Mrs. Mojo with the assist. Okay, so these are called the drum gates here, what I'm trying to reference. Yeah, those drum gates haven't been up since 1983. So what happens is when the water level starts getting up here, if they need more capacity, they can actually push these drum gates up and it'll retain more water in the lake. Of course, as you can see upriver here, we're not worried about that anytime soon, at least for a couple of years. If the upper basin were to experience catastrophic snowfall, we might see it start coming back up here. But for now, it is just dry as can be, and it's nowhere near these drum gates. What do you think that is, Mrs. Mojo? Maybe 60 feet down, 60, 70 feet down to here before it even touches the drum gates. Yep. And you can't go down here, obviously, but I'm going to take you over here, and you can see the rest of the spillway here, the dry spillway. This is kind of creepy, so hold on. I don't like putting the phone too far down here.
Start shaking like a leaf.
Look at that. And I don't know if you're going to be able to hear it, but you can actually hear the water down there, the Colorado River, way down at the bottom. Look down there. They say that's the water slide from hell right there. That's wild. So the last time there was water in there, 1983. Long time. And you can see back up this way, you'll be able to see the rest of the spillway. There's a little portal down here, right down there. Oop, there's my finger. And then there's another level here where the water will fill up here and they can drain it if they need to out of here. But once it fills up here, it's over. Then it goes down the spillway. Yeah, and that is so steep. I don't know if you can get an idea of how steep that is. Maybe 60, 70 degree slope there. That is wild. And then looking back up this way is the rest of the dried up spillway. And remember, there's two of these. Where we're at right now, this is the Nevada side spillway. So over on the other side, there's also a spillway for the Arizona side. But water's nowhere near here. And I'll take you back over here so you can see the water intake towers. And eventually I will be doing another before and after. I've been trying to get some updated shots down here of the dam, what the water level looks like recently. And then I can go back and do some more before and after photos and compare them, 10, 15 years ago to historic photos of the dam. But look at that lovely view of the intake towers here.
It said the spillways were designed to hold Niagara Falls, like the flow of Niagara Falls, which is insane. If you think about Niagara Falls, if you've ever visited, I've only seen videos of it, but they were designed so the pressure of Niagara Falls, I can't speak, the flow of it.
Her twang's coming out.
Coming out.
She's trying to say that the placard said that those drum gates can hold the flow of Niagara Falls, which is pretty wild.
Insane.
But if you watch this channel, you know that Glen Canyon Dam had problems in their spillway because the pitch of the spillway was too steep. Mm-hmm. So when that dam spilled, the water caused cavitation and destroyed part of the tube down there. And a lot of people have asked, did that happen at Hoover Dam too? Mm-hmm. And I think it did to a lesser degree because Glen Canyon Dam upstream was absorbing most of the flow and trying to get rid of it as fast as possible. So they were getting a lot more damage up here. Not to say the damage didn't happen down here at Hoover Dam, but it was just softened a bit because Lake Powell upstream took a lot of that flood water back in 1983 and 1982. But look at that beautiful view. The sun's just hitting the tips of those intake towers over here. And what we're going to do now is we're going to walk back past the Hoover Dam spillway house here, and we're going to go out to the proper part of the dam. And we'll show you the other side where the sun is setting. You'll be able to see way down the Colorado River. It's pretty cool. And before we go over there, let me check in the comments. If you can see us and hear us okay, you could go ahead and let us know. And we're going to take a little walk over to the other side of the dam. How's everyone doing this morning? This morning, it's afternoon, Joe. There we go.
Did you show him the pillbox? Or like the...
Oh, yeah. I took a video for Sammy Head, too, because Sammy Head was asking about the pillbox up there that was put up there back during World War II because they were afraid that hostile forces, maybe the Germans, were going to make their way down or up the Colorado River, and they were going to sabotage Hoover Dam. So this little tiny wart at the top of the hill there, that is actually a leftover pillbox where they had either gunnery or artillery positions just in case during the war someone came up the river here, or this would be the lake, they came down the river and tried to sabotage the dam, torpedo it, or in other words, destroy it. So you can see right at the top of that hill, they had that really nice overlook from that pillbox. And unfortunately, you're not permitted to go up there and check it out. You can park nearby, but they have signs, so you can't go up there. So if you do come, park on the Arizona side, bring your nice zoom lens or digital camera with digital zoom, and you can get a good shot of that pillbox. It's pretty cool up there.
Looks like the ones in
Yep.
Hawaii near Pearl Harbor.
And Jeffrey Smith said, yep, sounds great. Thank you, Jeffrey, for checking in. We appreciate that. We're going to go on a little walk now, okay? And I'm going to take you, like I said, on the other side. So if it gets a little bit loud or we get bumped around, I do apologize for that, but it is really busy down here today.
It's Thanksgiving weekend. So
Yeah,
happy Thanksgiving.
Happy
Hope you guys
Thanksgiving,
ate all
everyone
the
out
good
there. A
things.
happy holiday weekend. If you're not a Thanksgiving person, hopefully this finds you well and everyone's family is doing great out there and staying warm. I know we're staying warm out here in the desert. It is just about perfect right now, and we'll be complaining in about 2 weeks that it's freezing and we wish the 120-degree summer was
I
back.
think it's 68 right now.
Perfect. 68 degrees. Okay, let's go on a little walk. Let me get the
I
zoom.
noticed there's another hole over there with some stairs, and then there's a bigger one. It looks like a fireplace. But I think that's just like an offshoot.
Yeah,
It
there's a
comes out
lot of,
water.
she's trying to point out right up here. Let me get my finger on screen. Right up there, there's a little tunnel. It almost looks like a mine at it.
And then there's stairs to the...
Yeah, there's a lot of infrastructure hidden in the hills here. And when you come down here, you'll see it. There's anchors everywhere.
You just gotta look.
Yeah.
It blends in.
There's old tunnels. There's old hoist works up in the hills. It's pretty crazy the amount of infrastructure they had to build just to build the dam before they could even start. So let's go on a little walk. You want to see?
I got a little bird's nest. Anywho.
Yeah, you want to see the Colorado River? We're going to head over to the other side. And we need to do that anyways because the sun is setting on this side of the dam and it is getting a little bit chilly.
And we have to bike all the way back to
Oh yeah, I
Lake
forgot. We did bike down here. If you missed the start of the stream, we did bike all the way down here. So got a little exercise in today before we brought you this stream.
That would be a cool looking view area.
Yeah.
That's probably to get down to that dock place for them.
Yeah, and I do see around the intake towers here, there's a little walkway up here. So it's kind of neat. You might not be able to see it. There's an arch right here. So it looks like who's ever the keeper or the tender in here might be able to come down here and walk around. That would be an insane view, isn't it? I'm going to take you right over here too, because on this side you can see almost straight down to the water and you'll get a really good sense of how low the water level is here. Yep, but we are live. So if you're watching this and you have any questions about the lake, about Hoover Dam, about our channel, what we're up to, anything at all, you could go ahead and drop it in the comments and I'll do my best to check it as we're walking around here. But it will get a little hectic here in a minute as we get back to the main part of the dam. We are kind of tucked off by the Nevada spillway side here, and they have a little Hoover Dam spillway house that they have events here. They just finished redoing this. This is a neat little space, and if you actually have the chance, if this is open to go in here, I'll show you through the window, but you can see straight through it and it has just a beautiful view. Everyone in there will have a lovely view over the river. You can see a little bit.
That'd be an event
Yeah.
center for sure.
Yeah, so this is their own event center here for the USBR. Well, boy, that would be cool to have lunch or a meeting right there, right? Overlooking the entire Lake Mead back there.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty neat. And here we go. Stick around. This is a really cool view.
Going
See,
into the public.
yeah, it makes me nervous. Oh no, I meant the view down in there.
Oh,
This is one of my favorite views of the dam right here,
it's super neat.
because you can really see. Let me zoom you down here. Look how far down it is. There you go. That's Lake Mead all the way down there, folks. See how far down the intake towers it is?
Sucking it up.
Check this out. I'll bring it back up. Look at all that water level lost. Isn't that wild? And then you can see, obviously in the back, you can see the bathtub ring. So this water would have been almost up to this grading right here. It is wild. At full pool, almost all the way up to here. In fact, you can see the staining as the sun hits it here, and as the water level receded, you can see where it was stuck at a certain level for a little bit longer than usual, and it would make a stain before it dropped, and then down, down, down we go. And look how low it is here. And from this point, you can basically see straight down to Lake Mead.
It's dark, for sure. It's like pitch black.
Yep. Hold on, let me get you a little closer without dropping anything. There we go. I got to be careful because I am like right over the edge here. So if you start to see tumbling action and you hear someone scream, it means you've gone down into Lake Mead.
And you will be a part of the Hoover Dam.
Yes, you will be another body in Lake Mead. Let me come back up here. Look at this intake tower, folks. Wild. All that capacity gone. Pretty cool view, huh? And there's the backside of the dam there. All right, so let's head over to the riverside now.
You want to go to that little open
Yeah.
cove?
Go find an overlook. It is busy tonight, though.
Everybody's out.
Holiday weekend. We had figured everyone would have gone home by now, but it is a busy weekend in Vegas.
This is a nice building, too. The Bureau Land.
Yeah, this building on the right, they just redid, too. It's hard to see because the sun's right in our eyes, but we'll get out of there. They're doing a lot of work down here right now too, so as you can see, they have part of the, as soon as we get out of the sun, they have part of the sidewalk over here blocked. And a lot of people ask about this statue here. They're redoing this little plaza with the statue, and apparently there's a star map on the ground here that marks out the exact date and time that Hoover Dam was completed, I believe. I'm gonna have to look more into this story. Right now it's closed, you can't see because of the sun, but you can see they're redoing this plaza right here. So a lot of work going on down here. And let's go across.
It's actually calmed down.
We're on the dam right now, walking across the dam. And now we are on the riverside. Look at this view. Woo! There you go, folks. There's the Hoover Dam power plant down there and the rest of the Colorado River. Look at this view. The mighty Colorado. And there we are looking down Black Canyon towards Arizona and California. And that is the Black Canyon waterway down there, yep. That's where a lot of really beautiful kayaking and stand-up paddling and boating happens down here on this side.
Yeah, you can kayak from Willow Beach, which is not too much further down the highway. So.
And it does look a little bit turbulent on this side. It looked calm when we came, but now it looks turbulent, so they might be pushing more water through, generate more power. This side of the dam here, the flow does vary depending on how much they're releasing. So when you go to kayak at Willow Beach, sometimes you have to pay attention because if it's a high release day, you don't want to be coming upstream on your kayak because you'll be fighting it. Other days when it's nice and calm, it's just a nice little float, no problem at all. And here's the dam face right in front of us. And you can see the shadow of the bypass bridge on the dam. That's pretty cool. There we go. And I see Blue Flyer. I've been there, love it. Thank you, Blue Flyer, for checking in. Does it look any different, Blue Flyer, than when you were here? Was it a long time ago? You know, this side, the Colorado River side, probably doesn't look that much different, but the other side we were just on, the lake side, probably looks a lot different. So let's take you on a little walk up here. We'll go maybe halfway up the dam.
It's gonna get loud.
That's a nice bike. You got to be careful too with the copyrighted music, you know? Got the wild piglets cruising over the dam.
That's our gang.
Yeah.
What are you showing our gang name?
And you can see they have a Nevada clock on that side because that's the Nevada side, and they'll have an Arizona clock on this side. It's busy, busy here today. There's the river again. Look at that.
Looks like it's been.
What a beautiful view. It does look like they are generating some power now because the river looks a little bit turbulent, huh?
On the one side.
Jeffrey says it looks very different from the last time I was there in 1992. Oh yeah,
Oh,
so back in the
that's
back in the early 90s, they actually had another surge of water. It was actually getting up near where it was in the 80s. So the 90s were a good time for Lake Mead too, Jeffrey. We call them the good old days when the lake was full and everyone was having a good time. Blue Flyer says the water looks lower from 2016.
Oh, 100%.
And yeah, even 5-10 years ago, you can really tell the difference. So we'll keep going. We're going to keep going towards the Arizona side here a little bit more. It's actually cleared out a little bit. Trying to get a shot of the dam face for you here so you can just see the size of it. Here's a pretty nice view. And I'm going to have to get some still shots after we turn the stream off, because the way the sunset is hitting the dam right now is just to make some beautiful photos. And there you can get a really good look at the power plant down there.
It's intense.
Yeah. Did anyone see when that fire happened down here? Apparently it got too hot and one of the generators had overheated and started a fire, or the liquid cooling system failed or something. That was a few years ago that happened, but we have never seen any big issues down here at Hoover Dam, thankfully. They never had to use the pillbox up on the hill that I showed you, so that's a good thing. But Hoover Dam, very resilient structure. It was built the right way, and we just hope it keeps lasting until either we don't need it anymore and it's served its purpose, or, we decide to go a different route than building a bunch of dams on the Colorado River. We'll see. Who knows?
It's really cool because they have like train tracks down there that go into a tunnel that go underneath.
Oh, yeah. So she's looking at the spillway houses here.
Where all the trucks are right now, where all the electrical trucks. There's like a tram system.
Yeah, it's been a long time too since Hoover Dam is spilled. Like I said in the beginning, since the 80s. So a lot of this stuff, the spillway infrastructure and the overflow gates, we're wondering if they still test it periodically to see if it works, because the water is so low, you really don't have to worry about needing those spillway gates at this point. But as we all know, Private Murphy's Law, anything that can go wrong will go wrong. So most likely what would happen is the USBR would ignore it, and then all of a sudden we'd have 3 wet winters and we'd be worried it was going to overflow again. That just seems to be how things happen, isn't it?
Yeah. I forgot Arizona is an hour ahead, so when we step over, we're already losing an hour.
Want to go back over the Arizona side?
Yep. We're going to go take a little trip to Arizona.
All right. Yeah, but we are walking right across the dam right now. And for those of you that haven't been down here in a while, I know you said 92 and 2016. You did actually have to drive across the dam to get into Arizona. That was the only way to get across to Arizona from this area, at least. You could go down through Kingman. But back in the day, this was the only way to get across to Arizona. And it's kind of weird to think about that now. All the semi-trucks and all the traffic. And when it would get busy down here, it would back way up. Because this way, coming down the canyon, like for those of you that said that you've been here, coming down the canyon this way, it is hairpin turns and it can get kind of sketchy. I definitely wouldn't want to be driving a truck down here.
No.
But that was the only way to go. And now we have the bypass bridge up here.
Makes it a lot easier.
Pat O'Callahan Memorial Bridge, yep. And I'm sure some of you know you can also walk up there and get a beautiful view. We've done it one single time, and I went up there and I said, I'm not going up there again. Nope, that is too high up for me. So. And this is where you go on the tour. I know Dawn's always asking if you go on the tour. This is where you join up at the tour right here. Go down the elevators. We'll get there eventually. Still, after all this time, we've never gone on the tour. We're getting right about the center of the dam here. Yeah. There are more ticketing windows for the tour. If you want to go down and see inside. And I'd say we're about right in the center of the dam almost. Look at that water slide. What a view, right? Is this where you can put the water and it'll
Yeah,
shoot back up
it's
in the
'cause
air
the
because of the
airflow.
updraft? Oh yeah, you can feel it. Woo! Oh, that would be nice over the
So what
summer
he's
for
talking
sure.
about is you pour water, and since there's airflow coming up from the dam, it like actually makes the water reverse and splashes you in the face. It's actually kind of funny.
We won't use Miss Mojo to demonstrate right now. It's getting a little chilly. I don't think she'll be happy about that.
You can see in the office.
Yeah, the ticketing. And that's a look over at the Arizona side over here. So, Arizona in front of us, Nevada behind us. There's a lot of ticketing windows, huh?
I think they're mostly offices. There's only one.
Yeah, I know Dawn asks all the time too, are you going to go on the tour? We are, Dawn. The tour, Dawn always asks about the Hoover Dam tour and the Desert Princess cruise down at Lake Mead, the paddle boat. Don't worry, Dawn. We've got it on the checklist, but the checklist is like 300 items long, so stick with us. We'll get there eventually. And if you do come down here when it's busy and drive across the dam like this,
You're taking a picture.
you can no longer go all the way over to the other side. So if you do drive across like these folks, you'll just get backed up and turned around up at the top of the hill there. So sometimes it's better just to stay on the Nevada side if you don't want to get caught up for most of the day, especially if it's busy.
There's
And
the Arizona time. We're about to go over.
there's, like I told you, there's the other clock saying now we're in Arizona time. And yes, there is a difference because we are on daylight savings time and they are not.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, and that really screws things up. So
Yeah.
we were hoping that would change, but they voted that down to eliminate daylight savings. So we're still on it.
You can see the tram system that goes into the ground down there in the hole.
Yeah, so when the workers have to access the power plant, there's actually an access road it starts way up here, and they come down into a tunnel and go through a whole tunnel through the hard rock. And they come out right down here through these little access points.
That's so
And
cool.
that's pretty cool. And then a little farther down, you see this kind of sloped ramp and access. That is where you come if you're coming on a kayak tour. So because this is a restricted area, obviously it's very close to the power plant and the dam. So you can't just come down here on your own, but they do have contracted tour companies that have permits, and they will bring you down here and you have like 10 minutes to get everything out and go, because this is a regulated, monitored area.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that's the kayak launch down here. What makes it nice with the river flow this way, even if you're not a paddler, you just set in here and you can just float
You can coast the whole
you
way
can
down.
float the whole way down, the whole day down to Willow Beach.
And it's like a nice steady flow, so it's kind of nice, so you can get a good suntan.
Yeah, so for those of you that are looking for an activity to do and you're sick of the strip, look up some of the kayak companies. One's Evolution Kayak, and I
What's the
forgot.
other one?
Blazing Paddles. That's
Blazing
another fun one. Yeah, you can look up Blazing Paddles. They'll bring you down here, drop you off, and even if you're lazy, you just float down all day.
And there's hot springs all and up and down the river, so they'll stop at certain spots, and there's cool artifacts from the Hoover Dam and the guy that actually was the water checker, right? Wasn't the water checker guy?
Yeah, there was a river gauge. There was a gentleman who gauged the river, and he actually lived down here on the river in a little stone house.
It's down the river.
Yeah, look at this lovely view though through the arch. What a picture, huh? You enjoying that view at home, folks? I hope everyone's liking that. Yep. And we got disco. I'd love to take a tour of the Hoover Dam again if it's possible. Yeah,
Oh, it still
you
is.
can still take tours, yep.
They finally opened it back up a couple of years ago.
Yep, and we will do that one time, but I'm not sure if they allow you to record the
You
whole
can't,
time. So,
yeah, you can't
yeah.
record it all.
so Mrs. Mojo is going to get some pictures in here, and we'll go a little bit farther, and then we're going to hop back over to the Lake Mead side, because like I said, we're on the Colorado River side right now. And I'll give you one more look down the dam from the other side here. Woo! There it is, folks. Hoover Dam in its entirety. What a view. And this is looking back over towards the Nevada side.
Yep, we're in Arizona. We took you on a vacay.
Yep. You didn't know on this live stream it was going to be a multi-state tour, but here we are in Arizona.
Family
Yep.
vacay.
All right, we'll go a little bit more down here.
Yeah.
Yep.
就是刚刚你如果去没有让他指定要。如果
Hang on. Oh, they have a restroom here. Thank you for pointing that out. Very useful for our live stream viewers. Oh, we are almost to the end of the dam. How about that? See, I got distracted yapping away like always, and we have almost reached the end of Hoover Dam on the Arizona side. And of course, the road does keep going up there, but it just goes to other parking lots. And you can no longer get all the way back to the Highway 93. There's gates up there, so you can't pass through. But this used to be the only way to come on 93 to get into Arizona, so that's pretty neat.
Go all the way down that way?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we have a lot of the power infrastructure over here on this side, stretching all the way across the dam. I'll be able to get you a real nice shot here from this side because the sun is trying to highlight the face of the dam right now, and it's doing a really good job. So why fight it? I'll just come over here and give you the good shot. And it looks like this is employee parking past here, so you can't go any farther. But look at this view.
Pretty. I love that building across the way, the visitor center. That's really nice.
Yeah, Mrs. Mojo is pointing out the visitor center sticking up like a spire right here. That's a neat place.
I love how they just like built it into the rock. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
You went on a ride.
Hold on, folks. I'm sorry. The gimbal just went crazy.
It's the ghosts.
Okay, hold on. Let's try this.
Sorry, y'all.
And we're back. Don't worry. I told them if you go crazy, it's me dropping the camera, but I didn't drop it that time. Don't worry.
Psych.
So
That was a joke.
what's really wild down here at Hoover Dam is all the infrastructure, like the visitor center, and over here is the parking garage. It's just blasted directly into the hard rock because the canyon here is just so steep. There's no way to get any infrastructure down here unless you literally blast away the rock, and that's obviously what they did with the dam. But in order to fit all the other infrastructure, they had to do the exact same thing.
Tuck it in there.
And it looks kind of daunting because we bike down there and our bikes are way up there at the crest of that ridge, so it looks like a really long way to get back up there, doesn't it?
I know. This is
Yeah.
how we stay fit.
Look at that lovely view though.
Yeah. They have a cafe over there. They got a really nice gift shop. And the visitor center has loads of information about all the men and the doggy. The dog.
Yeah, the dog of Hoover Dam. So we have a lot of stories about Hoover Dam that we will be sharing, including the dog of Hoover Dam, the mascot.
Heck yeah.
And also, if some of you didn't know, there was also a gentleman who cleaned the facilities here, the latrines, and he was one of the most respected workers in all of Boulder City and this area. And we are going back over to the Lake Mead side now. And this time on the Arizona side. Looks like we got some boaters out still. And there is the Arizona side spillway that I told you about. Remember, we started over on this side on the Nevada spillway, and this is the Arizona spillway, which is just as dry as the other side. Yeah, you can see the pillbox better here. So Sammy Head, when you watch this replay, there's the pillbox you were asking about again.
You can see it's got a little sliver of a hole.
Yep, you can see the little sight hole out of the pillbox there. But we're thankful they never had to use that, right?
Thank God.
Okay, and let me adjust the zoom again. This thing is so annoying trying to get the zoom. There we go. So you can see on the Arizona side here how flat it is. And on the Nevada side where we started, it's very steep to get up to the spillways. But here, there's a nice like table of rock.
Oh, yeah.
And then it goes down into Lake Mead proper there. Look at that beautiful view there. And there's the bathtub ring again on the Arizona side. That's probably hard to see, but we do have some folks boating out on the lake right here and right here. You
Got a
can
jet
come.
skier.
Yeah, if you do have a watercraft, you can come all the way up to these safety stanchions. You are allowed to boat up here and get a nice view of the face of the dam. So that's pretty cool. I've seen
And
pictures down there.
Fortification Hill, we always point that out. It's right in front of you.
Yeah, Fortification Hill on the
We always
Arizona
talk
side,
about that one.
that little tabletop. You'll always see us pointing that out when we're on the other side of the lake.
On the other side of this
on
rock.
Boulder Beach. Yeah, you can get a really good view of
It opens
Fortification
up.
Hill. So
You want to go to the spill
yeah,
section or make
we'll
it
go
back?
show you as we wrap it up. We're going to go show you the Arizona spillway on this side, and then we got to start getting back before the sun goes down because we got about 3, 4, 5 mile bike ride uphill to get back. So
Wish us luck.
Mrs. Mojo's the only one with an actual headlight on the bike.
Don't worry, it looks
That-
like a train. We go through the train tunnel.
Yeah, you know, I was hoping to come down here and shoot a e-bike promo, but a company had reached out to us to do a promo for an e-bike, and I got it all set up, and I was going to come down here and record on the Riverside Trail, and then they never wrote back after they got all my contact info, so that was a bummer. So I'm still on the manual pedal bicycle, and Mrs. Mojo has upgraded to my e-bike until we can both get one. So I have a little bit of pedaling to do to get back uphill. But wow, the Arizona Spillway over here.
All that turkey that we ate.
Yeah, all that turkey.
And all that apple pie.
Yeah. Well, the Arizona Spillway side over here is really big, though. It's a lot bigger, a lot more volume on this side than the Nevada side. And I'm wondering why they had actually built this one like this with the table in front of it instead of just like they did on the Nevada side. They would have just put the gates right here instead. But on the Arizona side here, they moved the gates back here, and there's this nice flat area that can fill up with the volume of water. I'm not sure why they did this. You can kind of see right through the bottom of the intake. There's the Nevada side spillway, and it's just a cliff. So there's no table over there. And then as you come over here on the Arizona side, there's this nice flat area that can fill up before it actually hits the spillways. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Pretty wild, though. And I'm sure that if people come and visit and they don't know the history of the dam, they probably look at these spillways and wonder, what is this even doing over here? Do they use these? Why is this way over here? Well, yep, they did use them, but not for about 40 years now. And everyone is heading back to the city, as you can see. Got another fun Sunday night in Las Vegas coming up, holiday weekend. Not for us, though. We have another fun uphill bike ride. Is it?
Yeah, yesterday was Thursday.
Oh my gosh, I thought it's Sunday. Oh, it's because we usually stream on Sunday. Oh boy, folks, I apologize.
It's all that turkey to his brain, guys.
I'm just out of it. And there's a look back up Lake Mead from the Arizona side now. We've come fully across the Hoover Dam. We started right over there on the Nevada Spillway on this side, walked across the dam, and now you can see Lake Mead from the Arizona side. This is a pretty view too. I like how Fortification Hill is all lit up here.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Yeah.
It's showing its colors today.
Very cool. And we'll get you a shot of the intake towers and how low they are from the Arizona side here.
There it is.
See that?
Drops right off that cliff.
Yep, that's pretty wild. All that volume lost in 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
And another ironic thing that I share sometimes when I'm doing the lake updates is if you go back to the 1980s and you look at the videos of when this was all filled up and both of the dams were spilling, people were criticizing the USBR, saying that they failed because they couldn't manage the water since they let both of the dams spill. So it's like, you know, no pun intended, damn if you do, damn if you don't. People were complaining when they were when everything was filled and spilling, and now people are complaining when everything's dry.
Oh! Why does it do that?
I keep putting my fat thumb there on the
on the
rotate
Sorry,
button. Yeah,
y'all. You guys are going to get spinny
Okay.
busy.
Yeah, so like I said, people were very upset when both of these dams were spilling because it was kind of perceived like a failure of the USBR because they only had one job to manage all this water, and you shouldn't have both dams spilling because if they can't release the water from the dams fast enough, it becomes a critical point where you're worried about the dam itself failing. So now we're on the exact opposite side of that spectrum, where there is not enough water and everyone's worried that we're never going to get enough water again. But if you just go back a short 40 years, you'll see that people were complaining about the exact opposite thing. And here's, yeah, we can't go down here. This is in their restricted area, but this is the spillway right here. They have a catwalk here that goes all the way around it, and right down here is the spillway proper. So we are actually standing under it, and I'm going to go give you a crazy view here. Let's check out this Arizona side spillway.
We always get
Doggy,
nervous.
I know. I mean, I'm guessing it still comes off massive on the video, but to be standing here with this fence right here,
Sketch.
and it's about oh geez, that's 150 feet drop.
I'm not doing that water slide.
Shoo! And just look at the pitch to that spillway. It is wild.
I go straight through a mountain.
Yeah, the angle is so steep that you can't even see past the top of the tube here because it goes down at such a crazy angle.
We need to get
And
some lights in there.
yeah, what a sight this must have been back in the 80s when water was just rushing under this bridge that we're standing on and just pouring down the spillways as fast as possible. And they were just releasing as much water as they could, hoping that the dam wasn't going to fail.
Mm-hmm.
Whew, that is massive. So what do you think, folks? Do you think I can come back down here in my lifetime and see water going down here again?
It'd be pretty wild. You can hear it, but they probably can't. When you take like videos isolating it, you can hear it.
Yeah, Blue Flyer says 1985 was the last time they used the spillway. Yep, and you can tell because all the staining. There hasn't been anything going on
Only
in a long time.
rainwater.
Yeah, sometimes when it rains real heavy, you can see it dripping down here, but nothing like when the dams were spilling in the 80s. We got some more folks over here walking over to the Arizona side. You can see the sun setting low on the ridge. So we're gonna
Make a loop-de-loop.
yeah, we're gonna make a loop around here, and I'm gonna show you the gates, the overflow gates on the other side of the fence here. And then we're gonna get ready to wrap it up, and we gotta run up the hill, grab the bikes, and bike all the way back.
Jump the wall.
And right up there on the hill, oops, I'm pointing you towards the ground. Right up on the hill, you can see a Welcome to Arizona sign. There you go. Unfortunately, just as soon as you're welcome to Arizona, you hit the top parking lot and you have to come back now. So, and here we are on the other side of the spillway where all the water would enter.
See, it's that each of the two spillways of the Hoover Dam can handle the flow of Niagara Falls. That's pretty
wild.
wild.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Oh, that's a good photo.
Yeah, for in the comments, there you go. You can see what it looked like. And now, hold on, let me take you up.
2025.
Before and after. And there's the Arizona spillway we're looking down on. This one is massive. I think this one might be a little bit bigger.
It's deeper. For sure.
Yeah, and the difference is, like I just showed you, this spillway comes down and goes under the bridge we were just standing on, and then it goes down. On the Nevada side, it doesn't do that. It just goes into the spillway and goes straight down. So
This is a really good map.
this one was engineered a little bit differently than the Nevada side, and I'm sure they did that for a specific reason. But you can see there's a bridge right here where the spillway goes under if it were spilling, and then it carries on down to the water slide from hell that we just showed you over on that side. Yeah, you'd never know it's down there, but they carved all that out to make the spillway.
Oh, here's what the star you were talking about that they're working on right now.
Yeah, in the plaza. They're trying to redo this, but there's what it's called, the Winged Figures of the Republic. I haven't looked much into this, but I have had people comment that there's some weird stuff behind
Yeah, I
this,
don't
so
know
I haven't
about
looked
that.
into that. But apparently, this star map on the ground, it denotes in constellations, like it spells out in a star map the exact date and time that Hoover Dam was completed. So that's pretty neat, huh? I mean, I'm a math person, so I think that's neat. Whether it has any hidden meaning, I don't know, but the math part's pretty cool. And you're looking at those drum gates again, all rusty from not being used in 40 years. And these are same on the other side. If they need more capacity, they can flip these drum gates up, hold more water in. But not going to be needing them anytime soon, that's for sure. And you can see this huge empty dry canyon here right in front of the spill gates. The water would have to spill all the way up before it even got near these spill gates, this whole area. See that? It's just pretty incredible to think about how much water, the volume of water that was in this reservoir at one time, and how much is gone now. But at the same time, that's the job of the reservoir, isn't it? It's got to hold the water during the wet years and you release it during the dry. So to some degree, it's all working properly. You know, just be happy with a little more water, I guess. We're going to be making our way back to Nevada. Yep, hope everyone's doing good this evening. And pop in the chat and say hi. Ask any questions you got, and we're going to head back over to the Nevada side and grab our bikes. We're going to head back up. Look at that lovely view. Give him a little pan. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. That was me again. Hang on, folks. Oh, wow.
He's got wide thumbs.
I should call this rookie live streaming. You think it's the first time I did this?
Yep.
Look at that view. Lovely sun setting behind the hills. It's a really nice place to catch the sunset down here at Hoover Dam and Lake Mead too. So, like I said, if you ever get sick of the Vegas hubbub when you come down here and you just need a day away from everything, go on down to the lake and enjoy a sunset, or go get a drink on the marina, feed the duckies. It's a real nice change of pace from the city, I can tell you that. And there's one more look down on the Arizona Spillway. How pretty. Zoom it back up. And coming back over the dam, we'll give you one more nice view here. And then we have to go back and brave the crowds.
It's actually kind of dying down. Everybody's trying to make their way back for dinner.
Yep, dinner time. And I keep forgetting it's Friday night, so got to get to the
lively.
shows, you know.
Yeah. Party it up.
Yep.
Thanksgiving it out.
Get to the buffet. Okay. So everyone ready to go mobile again? You ready to go back to Nevada on our multi-state trip? Here we go. Back into the thick of it. Into the thick of it. Come here, Miss Mojo. Let's give them well, there's no one here. Let's give them a shout out. Hello, everyone. How you doing this evening? Thank you, everyone who's tuning in. You see,
Yep.
we are live. We're real. We're not
Real
AI
people.
like YouTube thinks we're real. And we are down here at the Hoover Dam. Hopefully, everyone had a wonderful holiday and is enjoying the start of a great weekend. I know we are. We're just happy to have some time off and be able to do some recreational activities again. So,
Especially since the weather's nice and it stopped raining finally.
yeah.
So that's been nice. And it's been, I think today got up to 70 degrees, I'm pretty sure. So it was beautiful.
Yep. So let me turn you around again.
As we stand stationary at my car for 7 to 10 minutes.
All right, look at that view. And I think what we'll do is we will cut them off before we get back into the crowd,
Okay.
because I'm not sure when this battery is going to die. I can't really see.
All right.
Another fun part about live streaming, right?
Yep.
Well, thank you everyone for tuning in.
Hope you had fun.
We hope you enjoyed this little trip. Yep. And I'm trying to wrap things up here. I'm going to make this into an edited video of our little bike ride and show you a little update of the dam.
That way you can see the railroad trail that brought all this stuff out here.
Yep. So stay tuned. Hopefully everyone enjoyed today and you're doing well, and we will check in again soon.
Happy
Let's flip.
holidays.
Oh, wrong way. There we go.
We're
Thank you for watching. We'll
Bye,
see you
y'all.
soon. See you next time.
Adios.
Thank you, Jeffrey Smith. Hope you enjoyed the
Bye,
great tour.
Jeffrey.
Take care. Thank you too, Blue Flyer. And, almost forgot.
Dawn
Dawn
and
and
Sammy
Sammy Head,
Head.
our Adventure Club members. We didn't get to chat with you tonight, but don't worry. Like I said, we're going to get on a live stream schedule. And hopefully it might be looking like Sundays. So go and vote in our community polls.
What
Because I
is a
asked,
better day for
yeah,
you?
I asked what day is better for everyone, because we want everyone to be able to watch. So go ahead and vote in that poll. Maybe we'll see you on Sundays. We're going to get the live stream going. And thank you. We'll see you soon, Adventure
Wish us
Club
luck.
members.
We have 5 miles to bike now.
Mojo Adventures. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
前的时候是游览绳，
Cute.
顺着爬